All right, guys, so we've been working on guard passing, and we did standing and we did it on the knees, okay? So we're gonna just reveal the standing situation a little bit and go through the knee situation as well. From the closed guard right here, you have to remember always a good posture, solid, strong lower back, so you don't let your partner break your posture all the time. Elbows, I like to keep my elbows close to my body so I can have like a good posture right here. Another thing I'm going to do here is controlling the hips or controlling the collar right here, both collars. So I'm going to control the arm, and then the same side I'm controlling the arm. I'm going to step first, a good posture. I'm going to push off on her belly and then stand up right here. As soon as I get this way, I'm going to get the arm close to me, bring my elbow on my ribs, and do a solid posture right here, all the way standing. From here, I'm going to push the legs down. As soon as I push the legs down and start breaking down the guard, I'm going to push the leg right here. As soon as I get the leg this way right here, I'm going to start like disconnecting my body from her legs. So she naturally going to bring the legs close to her knees like this way. And then I'm going to go the same grip that I had to get disconnect. And then we're going to go for the kind of like a tripod pass. Drive my opponent sideways. Pin the leg on the ground. Keep on my toes so that way I'm heavy. And then I'm walk around to pass the legs line. And then I'm going to just push the leg all the way to the other side and drive my shoulder on the belly. Right here. And then I get close. Knees to the body to block the hips. Other side elbow to block the hips. And then control the head. And then you have on side control. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. From the knee situation, right? So we're going to go almost the way we did when we were standing. I'm going to control the arm. I like to control the arm. I don't leave like both arms free. I like to control one arm at least. But do the way you prefer and you feel comfortable. Elbow in, and I'm going to control the hips the same way. As soon as I control the hips, I need to bring one knee on her tailbone. So that's what I'm going to do. I push. I make sure I have a good posture for don't let me break my posture right here. So I'm going to put my knee on the tailbone. And then after this, I'm going to just like open my leg in 45 degree maybe or 90 degrees, something like that. And just push myself backwards. Make sure you have those hips grounded on the ground. The reason sometimes you try to open this way, it doesn't work, is because the hips is following you. And then you're never going to be able to break the guard right here. So ground the hips, get yourself out, and look what I'm going to do right now. My elbow's right here. Most of the time they want to work on the lasso. They see I was able to break the guard. They go to bring those feet in front of my body. Most of them will do that way. So what I do, I open my elbows, and my intention now is just to circle my hands and get the double under. As soon as I get the double under, I have to kill the hips. So I'm going to bring those hips over my thigh right here. As soon as I get this way, I'm going to apply pressure. I like to control the collar. I go to feed my hands with the collar across, okay, because I'm always looking for a submission right after. So I grab across and I go thumb inside, and I'm going to put the knuckles on the mat. So I grab right there deep. As soon as I grab, like I said on the previous passing, you have to drive on your toes because that way you're heavy. So I take my knees off the ground and make sure you're controlling the hips because you don't want to let those hips dropping on the ground. So you want to keep the hips off the ground. And then you start applying pressure, going. The same side you have your arm outside, and use your shoulders to pop the leg to the side right here. As soon as you get here, you have like a paper cut choke if you keep the pressure. Notice that I have one knee here to support the hips weight over. So I'm not only holding with my arms. Or I can just pass it here, drop my head on the stomach, and get on the side control on my knees. Block one side with your knee and block the other side with your elbow. So that way your partner doesn't have like a lot of space to move. Good?